So here we have a brand new release from the brand Micallef. This is called DesirToxic L'Intense. I've done a video of the original DesirToxic. You can check that out if you're interested. But in today's Cephalabon contributor video, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the L'Intense version. I'm also going to let you in on a very special giveaway opportunity and how you can enter to win. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on the brand new DesirToxic L'Intense by Micallef, I'll tell you all about this fragrance, the notes, the performance, longevity comparisons, all that good stuff. But before I begin, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So, if you want to participate in the giveaway, it is a super simple process. All you have to do is go on over to cephalabon.com. It's going to be the first link down below in the description box. After you've become a registered reader, which you need to only do once, right? So if you've participated in a giveaway on Cephalabon in the past, you're already a registered reader. All you have to do is just drop a comment on the article. And like I said, it's a very simple process. Just make sure to check back on over to the website on the date that's mentioned in the article, because that's when the announcement is going to be made. Good luck, everybody. Here we have a fragrance that has an abundance of spices. You have cinnamon, you have saffron, cardamom. You also have tonka bean, so there's a touch of sweetness in there as well. You have this airy mint ingredient, not too strong. And then you also have patchouli and moss in the dry down with some blackcurrant facets, and you even have this cannabis note residing in there. So interestingly enough, here is a fragrance that bears and possesses complexity. At times it can be sweet, spicy, earthy, but this one is quite frankly a deviation from the original. So if you have the original DesirToxic, you should know that this one is going to be significantly different. It possesses quite a different olfactive profile. Nevertheless, I'm going to tell you all about the smell in just a little while. Let's start things off with a quick look at the presentation first. So right in the opening of this fragrance, you are going to get that earthiness with the spice. So like I said, that spice that you're going to get is comprised of cinnamon, saffron, and cardamom. So the good news is that it doesn't smell overly leathery. I know sometimes people, especially when they make comparisons to fragrances like Tuscan Leather by Tom Ford, they find that the fragrance is not that unique. But in this one, it doesn't have that type of a leather vibe. But you do smell the saffron. So you have the saffron, the cardamom. Cardamom for me has always been quite classy, elegant. It has that sort of intoxicating appeal about it. And it just smells very sophisticated. And the cinnamon is not too sweet. I do get the cinnamon. However, I feel like the sweetness is probably coming from something like the tonka bean or something like that. And of course, with that earthiness that's residing underneath, it's very warm, it's very sophisticated, and it adds like this grown-up, mature personality to the fragrance. So I really like that sophisticated nature that it embodies. And I think that combination of the spice and the earthiness will put you in the mindset of something like an Apex by Roja Parfum, Dior Sauvage Elixir, Latafa Assad, so on and so forth. It has that sort of dressed up, mature, sophisticated, formal quality about it, which I think is going to be a great thing for a lot of people, especially if you're looking for something that bears class and distinction, something that's not ultra casual or, you know, sort of like an everyday type of a fragrance. You're going to find something that is more on the unique and formal side of things with DesirToxic L'Intense. Now, in talking about that green undercurrent, I know I mentioned there's this sort of a weed note, if you will. You don't get it too strongly in this one. Of course, I've tried other fragrances like Kinski, and I've also tried Smoke for the Soul by Kilian Paris. It doesn't have that strong of a weed note per se, but it adds that complexity to that earthy, verdant dry down, which I think is really, really nice in this fragrance. Ultimately, you have a spicy, slightly sweet, earthy composition that is formal. It is a head turner. It has complexity and it has longevity. So I think that's another great thing about this one, especially if you're looking for a perfume that's going to last a significant while on your skin. This is one that you can certainly anticipate 8 to 10 hours from. So the performance is excellent. The presentation is quite beautiful. The name, I think, does justice in conveying the intensity of the fragrance. And I hope you have the opportunity to try it soon. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, this fragrance certainly is unique. Of course, I made comparisons to Sauvage Elixir, Lattafa Assad, so on and so forth, but I did that just to put you in the mindset of the type of vibe that this one will give across. And also, I think it's appropriate for the same scenarios that those other fragrances are appropriate in, not to suggest that it's a carbon copy or that it smells very similar to those fragrances, just to kind of create that loose comparison. Longevity 8 to 10 hours, projection was beyond an arm's length for an hour and a half. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 6 or 7, a skin scent right around hour 8 to 10. In terms of the versatility, I can see people arguing that this one leans traditionally masculine. This might appeal a little bit more so to an older demographic, but ultimately I think it's a versatile fragrance. More ideal for the colder weather, I would say, just on account of the spices that are in here. And I think this is more of a formal occasion scent rather than a casual scent. In terms of the presentation, I think the presentation is quite wonderful. My final verdict on this fragrance is it's slightly sweet, it's spicy, it's earthy, it's formal, and it's elegant. Try DesirToxic L'Intense, and also make sure to shoot on over to Cephalabon for your chance to win the giveaway. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit subscribe, hit the bell, give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. Thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.